Hello viewers, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time. I remain your host Hawa Ibrahim. Welcome to Eaglet 05, a platform dedicated to championing the rights of persons with disability, women and children, as well as family and relationship issues. Today, I'm going to talk about something that happened to me yesterday. It made me so sorrowful. If it was days ago, it would have been nothing. But for yesterday, it really got to me, and it affected me negatively, very bad. I remember about 3 years ago, 2023, I was having a discussion with fellow colleagues visually impaired, talking about getting help, looking for help and not getting it. So Fred said, if I want to drive and I cannot drive because I cannot see, my money can help me drive myself. That is, he meant he could hire someone to render him the services he needs. But with what happened yesterday, I would say money can still not give you the peace you deserve. Once something is missing in your life, it will always bring pain, it will always bring distraction, it will always bring disappointment. With where I have gotten to, if someone had told me what happened yesterday will still bring back emotions, I would have said it's a lie. But maybe it bottled up emotions that let it out yesterday. It let itself out yesterday, and I couldn't control it. A few years ago, someone shared his sad story on one of our platforms. He mentioned an incident that happened in 2006, 29th March. I was in school for the blind then. There was solar eclipse, and at that time he said he couldn't see. Yes, he's been blind from only God knows when, and at that time he was in senior secondary school. He still couldn't see. So his sighted colleagues were enjoying the scenery and everything. He was quiet, sitting on his chair, and then one of his classmates came to ask, why are you sad? Are you sad because you cannot see what we are seeing? He said it got him emotional. He really cried. But from that day, he found his strength. He didn't care about anything that had to do with his blindness again. That day, I laughed. I laughed over the incident. And with what happened to me yesterday, I feel so sorry for myself. I have a help who I pay, and I appreciate her so much. I appreciate her. Heaven knows I do. But I think starting from, was it last year or so, or last 2 years, she began making certain statements like, whenever my little boy offends her, she would say, you would see who would help you do your homework. You go and find who will help you do your homework. Or, with this thing you have done, your mother herself will take you to the roadside to pick your school bus. Honestly, this is something someone will say it's nothing. But for these sentences to have come from someone who knows my situation, and I feel she understands, it was not a joke. I never complained, I never said anything, but I was affected in one way or the other. Now, yesterday I was playing on my phone and I saw something. I went to device care and I saw device maintenance mode, and I went to activate it. The phone restarted and my speech software did not return. I on the screen and showed it to my older boy. He only told me the time on it, so I went to give to her to help me out. But before then, she had already told me when my phone got spoiled and she went to repair it and return. She told me whenever it got spoiled again, I will go out there and repair it myself. I didn't say anything because I told myself I was going to make sure the boys will not break my phone again. so I wouldn't have to hear such a statement in my ears again. So I was managing it. And with what happened yesterday, instead of her to have asked me what happened, understand the situation and see how she could help me, she kept lamenting. Eventually, she was not even patient to go through what was on the screen. So we eventually took it out and someone helped, but he also forgot to put on my talk back for me. He later said he would come, and this is where my trouble began. I needed to attend to an assignment for someone, and the whole day my phone was like this. I began feeling trouble to her. In fact, I was not even thinking of myself. I was thinking about the help that lady needed from me. Now, this person was also not coming. At a point, I felt he was not going to come, and I didn't know what to do. Thinking about what happened, in fact, my emotions were at the peak. Tears began gathering in my eyes, and I began choking up as though I wanted to cry. I didn't know who to go and seek for help from, and the unfortunate part is that my boy is not that grown to be my people. I always say that it is only God who can comfort us. I always pray that God should give us the strength to be able to go through life successfully. As we are trying to come out of this predicament, accept the situation, understand, be in it, because we cannot do anything about it. People around us will also make it worse for us. It is my prayer that nobody, be it visually impaired, physically challenged, someone with hearing impairment, go through anything difficult more than them. I would urge you to subscribe, share, like, follow, for others to also subscribe in order to support the change. Reach out to me on +233 208 145 895 +233 208 145 895, and let's share our stories together. See you some other time.